Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my garage. The last video I posted was about using these golf cart batteries in this Giandel here, 2000 watt Giandel, to power the side-by-side Kenmore refrigerator I got upstairs. We ran a couple tests with that, and I concluded that I could probably go 36 hours or so on that at the end of those last tests. And then I got to thinking, well, what if I used the LifePo to put power in at nighttime if that's what's needed? How long can I actually put the refrigerator upstairs off the grid? How many days in a row, if the sun's shining, obviously, can I put it off the grid? And it's been quite a few, actually. I made the original video 5 days ago, and as you see here, it's been off the grid for a couple days now. This is where it started. That is the 26th is when I took it off the grid. We're going to go back to where I originally was. Now, you're going to have to bear with me. The screen is cracked on this phone, so sometimes when I push the button it works, and sometimes it doesn't. So here is my original test. This is going all the way back. And we concluded with this one that we could definitely go to the next day. Now, we had an average solar day after that, and then 1, 2, 3, and you see the voltage goes up 4. And then I tried another test, and for some reason at this point at night, my wife and I couldn't stay out of the refrigerator. So we kind of burn up the battery a little bit on this test, but nonetheless, it made it throughout the day. And I got to thinking, you know, I did all that stuff with a battery mostly charged and whatnot, and we had a couple really beautiful solar days. As you can see, watch this graph, it'll just keep getting taller once we get past here. That was a beautiful day there. I mean, look at that. We made it up to 13 and a half. And the next day, even higher into the 14s. And then I started my test. And as you can see, we come into this up here pretty good. Before the lights turned on, we were looking at, what does it say, 12.66? So that's pretty charged up. I'd call that 95% or so. And as usual, it does its big 50 amp pull there in the very beginning, and then up and down we go. Now, this was the 26th, and then it did another pull here at the end, you can see. Now, originally I thought it was every 9 cycles that it did that big pull, and obviously by looking at this entire day on the 27th, it didn't do a single one at all. So I don't know what it uses to determine when and where and why and how it defrosts. It just does it, I guess. But anyway, this is the 27th, up and down and up and down. We had a partly cloudy here for like 3 or 4 hours in the morning, so it kind of hurt a little bit on production, but still we made it over 13 volts, even with the refrigerator pulling on it. And then the next day, the 28th, and finally after all these cycles, this is where we got our big pull. Another 50 amp pull there to check the defroster. At least that's what I think it's doing. And then it got a little weird after that pull. As you see, it short cycled a whole bunch of times. And so to keep the voltage up at night, I've been using the LifePo battery, and I've been using this Victron Energy charger. I love this thing. It's connected to my phone, and while laying in bed at night, while using 7 or 2 amps, you can charge this. So after it gets dark, I come down here and we pull off of the LifePo battery to keep this one going. As you can see, it's today, and we might break 13 volts. It's sunny enough out there, but as you can see, compared to yesterday, we're down a little bit lower than we were. I'm hoping we don't have this mess tonight, and we can recover a little bit. You can see here where the amperage, the voltage goes up quite a bit. So I got up in the morning, and that's when I put 7 volts to it. 7 amps to it until almost sunrise. So to put a little bit back in the battery, just to kind of keep everything humming along smoothly here. So once we get back to dark, which would be somewhere in here tonight, or if we go back to this one, somewhere over in here, I'll hook the chins and the LifePo up and put 7 amps to it for at least 3 or 4 hours, and then turn it over to a 2 amp charge for the rest of the night while I sleep, and then wake up in the morning and put 7 amps to it again. And we'll see if we can't make her through to another day running on the golf cart batteries. So all total, what is that, 4 days now? 4 days? We'll make 4. Heck, I might make 5 if the sun stays out. I'll come back with a finished video once we get all the way through all that. But as it stands now, what is it? 1, 2, 3. So there's 1 full day, 2 full days, 3 full days and change. Going on 4. That's it. Hope everybody has a good day and a better tomorrow.